PAYG came out of every pay this year. Lodging is how some of it comes back. This is part 4 of the Australian Tax series, how to lodge your 2025 to 26 return on myGov, using myTax. General information only, not personal tax advice. Check ato.gov.au or a registered tax agent for your situation. Your return covers the 1st of July, 2025 to the 30th of June, 2026. That year has ended. This is the return you lodge now. If you lodge yourself, the due date is the 31st of October, 2026. That date is a Saturday, so the ATO treats the next business day, Monday the 2nd of November, as the due date. Don't leave it that late. If you want a registered tax agent to lodge for you, you still need to be on their books by the 31st of October. Then most people get until the 15th of May, 2027. If you had overdue prior year returns at the 30th of June, that extra time usually does not apply. Miss the deadline and the ATO can apply a failure to lodge penalty. For individuals, that is one penalty unit for every 28 days, or part of 28 days, you are late, up to 5 units. From the 1st of July, 2026 a penalty unit is $364. So the ballpark is $364 to $1,820. They can remit it. Don't count on that. Quick rates recap, because these are the numbers myTax will use. For 2025 to 26, residents pay no tax on the first $18,200. Then 16 cents in the dollar up to $45,000. Then 30 cents up to $135,000. Then 37 cents up to $190,000. Then 45 cents above that. Medicare levy of 2% sits on top for most people. From the 1st of July, 2026, that is next year's return, not this one, the 16-cent rate drops to 15 cents. Same brackets otherwise. Most people also pay a 2% Medicare levy. You pay none if your taxable income is $28,011 or less. It phases in up to $35,013. Full 2% after that. Seniors and pensioners have higher thresholds. If you do not have private hospital cover, and your income for surcharge purposes is over $101,000 as a single, or $202,000 as a family, you can also owe the Medicare levy surcharge, 1%, 1.25%, or 1.5% depending on income. The ATO also applies the low income tax offset automatically. Maximum $700 if you earn $37,500 or less. It phases out by $66,667. You do not claim it. You just lodge. One thing you cannot claim this year, the $1,000 standard work-related deduction. That starts on the 2026 to 27 return. Not this one. Right? Let's lodge. Go to my.gov.au. Sign in. You need the ATO link to your myGovernor. If it is not, link it there. My ID at standard or strong identity strength is the ATO's recommended way in. Once you are in, select ATO from linked services. Then manage tax returns. That is myTax. It works on a phone, tablet, or computer. No extra software. The ATO app can do the same job. You can start from the 1st of July. Better to wait until late July so most pre-fill is in. Employers usually finalize income statements by the 14th of July. Banks, health funds, and share registries trickle in after that. Trusts and contractor payments can land even later. Pre-fill is what the ATO already has. Salary and wages. Tax withheld. Bank interest. Dividends. Managed fund and trust distributions. Government payments. Private health details. Employee share schemes. Sometimes last year's spouse details. And anything you uploaded in the My Deductions tool. Check every line against your own records. If interest looks wrong, query the bank, do not just overwrite it and hope. Some fields now ask for an adjustment reason before you can change them. Missing income is how refunds get clawed back later. If you sold shares, crypto, or a property, that is usually not fully pre-filled. You have to add it. On the personalized screen, confirm you were an Australian resident for the year, answer the spouse question, and tick anything that applies, extra jobs, rental, foreign income, deductions. Then go to Prepare Return. Deductions. 3 rules every time. You spent the money yourself and were not reimbursed. It relates directly to earning your income. You have a record. Keep records for 5 years. If total work-related claims are over $300, you need written evidence for the lot, not just the bit over $300. Under $300, you still need to show how you worked it out. Working from home, 70 cents an hour for 2025 to 26. That covers extra electricity and gas, internet, phone, and stationery. You cannot claim those again on top. You do not need a separate office. You do need a record of actual hours, a diary, timesheet, or roster. An estimate is not enough. Keep at least one bill for each type of expense the rate covers. Decline in value of furniture and equipment is claimed separately. Take a typical example, 800 hours at home. That is 800 times 70 cents, $560. Enter the dollar amount under other work-related expenses, and write that you use the fixed rate method. Car, cents per kilometer is 88 cents for 2025 to 26. Maximum 5,000 work kilometers per car. That is a $4,400 ceiling. It covers fuel, insurance, rego, servicing, and decline in value. You cannot claim those again. You need a record of how you counted the kilometers. Driving to your normal workplace and home again is not work travel. Other employee claims, tools and equipment, compulsory uniforms and laundry, union fees, self-education that relates to your current job, and phone or internet you paid yourself for work, if you did not already cover those in the home office rate. Laundry, if you can claim it, $1 a load if it is only work clothes, 50 cents if mixed. Not everyday jeans. Not an automatic $150. Donations, only to a deductible gift recipient. Check DGR status on ABN lookup. You need a receipt. Raffles and crowdfunding usually do not count. The old $2 minimum is gone for gifts from the 1st of July, 2024. Tax agent fees from last year are deductible this year, in the year you paid them. Income protection premiums you pay yourself are deductible. Premiums taken from super are not. Any payout that replaces your wage is income. HECS or help. You do not type the loan into the return. If your repayment income is over $67,000, the ATO works out a compulsory repayment after you lodge. From this year it is a marginal system, 15 cents on each dollar over $67,000, then higher rates further up. Extra tax your employer withheld towards the loan can come back in the refund if the new amount is lower. Private health is usually pre-filled. Do not skip the Medicare questions. Put in an Australian bank account. That is where a refund goes. myTax shows an estimate before you hit lodge. It is an estimate. The notice of assessment is the real number. Read the summary. Lodge. You should get a lodgement receipt by email. Most online returns process in about 12 business days. Then up to 5 more for the bank. Paper can take around 50 business days. If they need to check it by hand, allow up to 30 calendar days. Track it in myGov or the ATO app. Phoning them does not speed it up. If you owe tax and you lodge on time, payment is due the 21st of November, 2026. Lodging late does not buy extra time to pay. That is the return. For what you can actually claim, watch Part 3, Tax Deductions. Subscribe if this helped. Playlist is in the description.